7 Days of Wisdom, Aquaus Kelley. Today's question, why is practice and repetition so important when it comes to learning? 60-second version before we dig deep. Confidence is number one. When we repeat something, when we practice, we slowly increase our level of performance just through repetition, just through soaking in information and performing. We increase our ability to execute. Number two, speed. Through confidence, we become quicker in our ability to do something. We become quicker and faster just through doing it and being confident while doing it. Lastly, we strengthen connections in our brain that we just are not able to do when we first start. So, with that being said, let's dig deep now. It's my favorite part. Let's get deep. 60 seconds is up. The reason why I'm going over this, the reason why I wanted to share this video is because early I was in school with the 5th grade class and we were going over estimating fractions based on what we call benchmarks. So for example, we have a number line. We have 0 at the very beginning. We have the midway point, 1/2, and then we have 1. Let's use eighths for an example. We would have 0, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8, which equals 1. In the beginning, there was a girl in class doing it the way I was teaching the students how to do it, drawing out the number line, showing their work so that we can see everything. And that was working great. My aha moment came when the student told me that she no longer needed the number line because she knew that 2/8 is close to 1/8, and 1/8 is right next to 0. So she no longer had to draw out a full number line to see where 2/8 is on the number line and see how far that is away from 0, how close that is to 1/2, how close that is to 1. She just knew through repetition, through seeing 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, through seeing the numbers on the number line, she began to formulate the vision in her head of, oh, I already know that 2/8 is closer to the 0. I don't even have to draw it out anymore. In the beginning of this class, it was difficult for them to begin to grasp and understand the concept. Not even including drawing the number line. However, within an hour, a student was not only able to perform the practice and perform the task using a number line, but better yet, she became so confident within such a short amount of time that she no longer needed the number line. And this came through practice and repetition. Using the number line on one example. All right, I see some patterns here. Using the number line on the second example. All right, I'm starting to form some connections, strengthening some connections in the mind, starting to become more confident. My speed is picking up. Remember those 3 things? Confidence, speed, strengthening connections in the mind. By the 4th fifth example, because she was able to build up the confidence, because she was able to increase her speed, because she was able to strengthen the connections in her mind through practice and through repetition, she no longer needed the number line, which what? Saved time. Speed helps to save time. Confidence helps to save time. Strengthening ideas and connections in the mind helps to save time. Time in this world, as we all know, is the only thing that we can never get back. So we see how things are connected. We see how everything comes together, interconnected. One thing depends on the other. If we can practice this in our lives, share this insight, share this information with our students, really drill it down. Not only the importance of education, the importance of this, the importance of that. This is important. But why? We have to break down why something is important. Why is it important? Why is practice important? Why is repetition important? Practice and repetition is important because it increases confidence. Oh, how? I'll give you an example. Here, do this. After a while, we begin to see, wow, as I'm doing this, my confidence is increasing. Ask me a question. I'm able to answer it. Why? Because I practice it. I practiced it 1,500 times. That's why. Of course I should be able to answer it. I repeated it 500 times. Of course. My speed is increasing. I can do it faster. I've seen it before. I have the visual in my mind. I see it. The connections are in my head already. I could just look at it and answer it like that. That's how people become masters. That's how people become great. That's how we become great. We're not born great. I see students all the time. I spoke to a student today, and they said that they don't feel smart. I get this at the time. Oh, I'm not smart. I get this all the time. I'm not smart. I wasn't born smart. We're not born smart. We practice. We become intelligent. I had a student say, like you, right, mister? Like you? Yes, like me. Like how I became who I became today. And I'm still learning. So I still encourage people around me to continue learning because it doesn't stop. The learning doesn't stop. We must continue. We must continue to process information. We must continue to stay aware of our environment. Remain privy to the changes, the things that are happening. In order to become master learners, master teachers, master leaders, master readers, master whatever, it starts at the core of practice and repetition. There's no getting around that. If we want to become the best, the greatest, the elite, the captains of industry, the titans of industry, practice. Me doing these videos right now, it's practice. If we want to be great public speakers, we must practice. Anything, there's no getting around it. None at all. And it starts at the very core, the very essence of why practice and repetition is so important to learning. We cannot learn and be masters at it, be great at it, be phenomenal at it without practice and repetition. Won't happen. So To loop everything back around, practice and repetition is everything. Without that, we won't be able to perform at an elite level. We won't be able to reach our maximum potential. There are no shortcuts, and we must learn to become comfortable with the idea of practice, with the idea of repetition. As educators, we must extend this philosophy, this ideal, this mindset. We must extend this mindset to our students. They will pick up on the energy. They will see it through example, through modeling. They will see it. We are the influencers. It's our job to inspire as adults, as mentors, whatever profession we're in, whatever career we are in, we can take the leadership role. It is up to us to take that role. So we must practice. We must model what we feel is exemplary. Without that, we continue the negative cycle, the negative pattern. If we want to create change, we must create change within our own actions and allow that to inspire others to take action. And through this, we will grow a community of citizens, of people who really want to level up. That's it. It's that simple. Practice, repetition. It's the father of mastery, the mother of mastery. I think Zig Ziglar said that. So, yeah, that's it. Let's become more confident. Let's become quicker, increase our speed, and let's strengthen these connections, these ideas in our mind, so that we can perform at a higher level and really maximize our time, optimize our time, not occupy our time. Let's optimize it. With that being said, Aquaus Kelley, 7 Days of Wisdom, A Lover's Ambition. I know this one was kind of long, but I wanted to just dig real deep and just share my story today. So if you stay with me for the full 13 minutes, I appreciate it. I hope you learned something. And until the next video, let's continue to inspire. Let's continue to learn. Let's continue to take action. Let's continue to crush whatever it is we are doing at the current moment. Peace, love, happiness. One.